What do uncontacted tribes, venomous snakes, and World War II experiments have in common? They're all reasons why these 7 islands are completely off-limits to visitors. From the mysterious waters of the Indian Ocean to the haunting shores of Venice, we're about to discover why these islands are considered the most dangerous places on Earth. Before we dive, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Number 7. North Sentinel Island, India. Our journey begins in the Bay of Bengal, where North Sentinel Island stands as one of the world's last truly isolated territories. This mysterious island, roughly the size of Manhattan, harbors a secret that makes it one of the most dangerous places on Earth. The Sentinelese people, one of the last uncontacted tribes in existence. These fierce defenders of their homeland have maintained their isolation for over 60,000 years, and they intend to keep it that way. What makes this island particularly dangerous isn't its terrain or wildlife, but its inhabitants' unwavering determination to remain untouched by the outside world. The Sentinelese are known for their exceptionally aggressive response to any approaching vessels or aircraft, using their masterfully crafted bows and arrows to warn or eliminate any potential intruders. In 2006, 2 fishermen who drifted too close to the island met a tragic end, and in 2018, an American missionary's attempt to contact the tribe resulted in his death. The Indian government has established a strict exclusion zone around the island, making it illegal for anyone to approach within 5 nautical miles. This isn't just to protect potential visitors, it's also to preserve the Sentinelese, who have no immunity to common diseases that could devastate their population. Even the most experienced anthropologists can only observe this remarkable culture from a safe distance, making North Sentinel Island one of the world's last truly unconquered territories. Number 6. Ilha da Queimada Grande, Snake Island, Brazil. Just off the coast of São Paulo, Brazil, lies an island so dangerous that the Brazilian Navy has banned all civilian visits. Welcome to Ilha da Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island, a place where your chances of survival diminish with every step you take. This seemingly peaceful 110-acre island harbors a terrifying secret. It's home to thousands of golden lancehead vipers, one of the deadliest snake species on Earth. The statistics are staggering. Researchers estimate there's 1 snake for every square meter of land, making it virtually impossible to walk anywhere without being within striking distance of these lethal predators. The golden lancehead's venom is up to 5 times more potent than that of its mainland cousins, capable of causing death within hours. This extraordinary venom potency evolved due to the snake's isolated environment and their need to quickly immobilize their prey, primarily migratory birds. The island's sinister reputation is supported by numerous local legends, including one about a lighthouse keeper and his family who met a tragic end when snakes slithered through their windows one night. Today, only a handful of carefully selected researchers, equipped with extensive safety gear and anti-venom, are permitted to visit the island. Even they must follow strict protocols, never working alone and always having emergency evacuation plans in place. Number 5. Grenada Island, Scotland. Off the rugged coast of Scotland lies Grenada Island, a place whose picturesque appearance belies its dark and dangerous history. This small, uninhabited island earned its chilling nickname Anthrax Island during World War II, when British military scientists used it as a testing ground for biological weapons. The experiments, though crucial for understanding biological warfare, left a deadly legacy that would render the island dangerous for decades to come. In 1942, scientists dispersed anthrax spores across the island to test their effectiveness as a weapon, using sheep as test subjects. The results were so devastating that the island was quarantined immediately after the experiments concluded. The hardy anthrax spores, capable of surviving extreme conditions, contaminated the soil so thoroughly that the island remained too dangerous for human habitation for nearly 5 decades. Although an ambitious decontamination project was carried out in the 1980s, using 280 tons of formaldehyde solution and seawater to cleanse the soil, the island's dark reputation persists. While officially declared safe in 1990, many scientists believe that pockets of anthrax spores might still exist in deeper soil layers. Today, Grenada stands as a silent reminder of the devastating potential of biological weapons, its shores rarely approached except by the most intrepid researchers. Number 4. Bikini Atoll, Marshall Islands. In the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean lies Bikini Atoll, a paradise transformed into a nuclear wasteland. This ring of coral islands, once home to indigenous Marshallese people, became ground zero for America's nuclear testing program following World War II. Between 1946 and 1958, 23 nuclear devices were detonated here, including the infamous Castle Bravo test, the largest nuclear device ever detonated by the United States. The impact of these tests was catastrophic and far-reaching. The 15-megaton Castle Bravo explosion in 1954 created a mushroom cloud 130,000 feet high and left a crater 6,500 feet wide. The explosion was so powerful, it contaminated inhabited islands hundreds of miles away, leading to severe health issues for the local population. The indigenous people of Bikini, who were relocated before the tests, still cannot safely return to their ancestral home due to dangerous levels of radiation. Today, Bikini Atoll presents a unique paradox. While its lagoon has become a UNESCO World Heritage Site, celebrated for its role in demonstrating the power of nuclear weapons, it remains one of the most contaminated places on Earth. The coral reefs, ironically flourishing in the absence of human activity, harbor another danger: large populations of sharks that have made the lagoon their home. While some areas are safe for brief visits, others continue to register radiation levels far above acceptable limits, making permanent habitation impossible. Number 3. Ramy Island, Myanmar. Our journey takes us to Ramy Island off the coast of Myanmar, where one of the most horrifying episodes of World War II unfolded. This seemingly peaceful island, covered in dense mangrove swamps, became the site of what the Guinness Book of World Records calls the greatest disaster suffered from animals in human history. In 1945, British forces drove Japanese soldiers into the island's swamps, where they faced an enemy more terrifying than any human adversary: saltwater crocodiles. The events that transpired in February 1945 are the stuff of nightmares. Of the roughly 1,000 Japanese soldiers who fled into the swamps, only about 20 survived. The rest met their fate in the jaws of the massive saltwater crocodiles that called these waters home. The soldiers faced an impossible choice: surrender to the British or risk the crocodile-infested waters. Those who chose the swamps encountered creatures that had perfected their hunting techniques over millions of years. Today, Ramy Island still harbors one of the largest populations of saltwater crocodiles in the world. These prehistoric predators, capable of growing up to 20 feet long and weighing over a ton, patrol the mangrove swamps just as they did during that fateful night in 1945. While parts of the island are inhabited, venturing into the swamps remains extremely dangerous, with the crocodiles becoming increasingly aggressive during their breeding season. Number 2. Falon Islands, United States. Just 30 miles off the coast of San Francisco lie the Falon Islands, a cluster of rocky outcrops that harbor dark secrets beneath their waves. Known to early sailors as the Islands of the Dead, these forbidding rocks rise sharply from some of the most dangerous waters in the Pacific. But it's not just the treacherous currents and jagged shores that make these islands perilous, it's what lies beneath the surface. From 1946 to 1970, the US military used the waters around the Farallones as a dumping ground for radioactive waste. Nearly 47,500 drums of nuclear waste were discarded here, creating what scientists call a radioactive hotspot in the ocean floor. While the exact location of many drums remains unknown, research suggests that the containers are corroding, slowly releasing their deadly contents into the marine ecosystem. Adding to the island's dangers are their notoriously harsh conditions. Powerful currents collide around the rocky shores, creating treacherous conditions that have claimed numerous ships throughout history. The islands are also home to the largest concentration of great white sharks in the world, earning the surrounding waters the ominous nickname, the Red Triangle. Today, access to the Farallones is strictly controlled, with only a small number of researchers permitted to visit under carefully monitored conditions. Number 1. Poveglia Island, Italy. Finally, we have Poveglia Island, which stands as a dark reminder of humanity's most tragic moments. This small island, just a short boat ride from the tourist-filled canals of Venice, has earned the reputation as one of the world's most haunted places. Its history is a catalogue of human suffering that spans centuries, from its use as a quarantine station during the Black Death to its dark chapter as a mental asylum. During the plague years, Poveglia became a dumping ground for the dead and dying. Historical records suggest that over 160,000 plague victims were sent to the island, where many were burned on massive pyres. The soil is estimated to be 50% human ash, creating a macabre foundation that has given rise to countless ghost stories. In the early 20th century, the island took on a new, equally dark purpose when it was converted into a mental hospital. The hospital's history is shrouded in rumors of cruel experiments and tortured patients. Local legends tell of a doctor who performed brutal lobotomies on patients before allegedly jumping to his death from the hospital's bell tower, driven mad by the island's ghosts. Today, while the buildings still stand, they're in a state of dangerous decay. The Italian government has banned public access to Poveglia, citing both physical dangers from crumbling structures and concerns about its dark history. And there you have it, 7 islands that show nature's deadliest forces and humanity's darkest chapters. These forbidden territories serve as powerful reminders of the dangers that still exist in our modern world. Which of these islands intrigued you the most? Would you dare to visit any of them if given the chance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into Earth's most dangerous places, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to join us on our next adventure into the world's most fascinating locations.